Hello, hello Aries. Welcome to your October 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Aries. And I'll put a link to the website that I like to use for natal charts. If you don't know where your sun, moon, or rising is at, I'll post the name of it up here or something after I edit this. I have some fluorite here keeping things clear and healthy while we do this reading. And for those of you who are returning to my channel, I have a lot of really exciting news, which I will share with you at the end, but it's a lot of really, really great stuff, and I'm super stoked to talk to you guys about it. A few updates, vacation dates when I'm not going to be working, and then also I got a mailbox so you guys can send me snail mail now, which I'm really excited about. So I will give you all the details about that stuff at the end. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. And we'll go ahead and get into this with the oracle cards. Okay, first thing coming up for Aries is positivity. Okay, so this is really about looking at things from the perspective of the glass is half full, things are going well, things are working out whenever you can, okay? And people really, when you're in a dark headspace, it's not easy to pull yourself out. That is not the goal here at all. It's about incremental changes. So remember, before you keyboard warriors decide to come after me talking about positivity, remember that it takes work. This is not something that's like a light switch that you can turn on and off. So I just want to remind you guys of that, because I'm not sitting here suggesting that it's simple. But it is something that is worth addressing this month. It's something where if you are conscious about it, if you can find a way to shift perspectives, to look at things in a different way, you might be able to find some relief in that. So just consider it. One of the things that's coming up when I'm reading this card for you is the idea, I was reading this book, Conversations with God, and it's really, really good, by the way. And so one of the things that God says is, you know, I will tell you the truth when you stop telling me yours. And if your truth is that everything sucks and everything is horrible and God is picking on you, then that's what you're going to experience. So remember that the affirmation that you're running is what you're going to experience. And that is something that you can control to a certain extent. Okay, and then we also have Cosmic Egg. This is associated with the crown chakra. So it's all about discernment, distinguishing truth from a lie for yourself, really owning the crown this month, owning your right to think and choose and decide for yourself. That's not really something that Aries has an issue with, but it just looks like there's a need for more of that this month. Okay, and then the witchling that you have is meditation. Meditation will transport you to a place of bliss at any desired time of the day. Okay, so a good time to do this, a good time to use your resources, use your tools. And meditation does not mean sitting in silence. Meditation can be anything that puts you in a meditative state. Maybe it's cleaning, maybe it's exercising, maybe it's something else. But the point here is that the meditation aspect is more about getting centered and finding the core of wherever you're at in the moment. And then the word of the month, chaos. Let things fall apart a bit to see the light between the cracks. Understand why you created the mess in the first place. Let's see if this will focus. If spontaneity is failing you, be willing to see a smoother way. Really working with what you have going. Even if it looks messy, even if it looks chaotic, even if it's something that's a bit uncomfortable, it is absolutely worth looking at and kind of, again, letting things fall apart so they can fall together. Okay, central energy for Aries this month is the Queen of Swords, independent thinking, really being okay with doing things your own way. Again, not something Aries struggles with, but it just looks like that's really being amplified this month. So this is about you focusing on yourself, you focusing on the things that really empower you. So that's kind of where you want your attention to be. And so that's why you have meditation and crown chakra discernment coming up, is because the Queen of Swords is the central energy, and it's all about thinking for yourself and doing what's right, best, and true for you. Okay, so this could look very different. It's going to be one of those months where you want to look out for people who are trying to tell you what's best, or they're trying to like give you loving advice. You know, it's kind of like, just make sure you're checking the source of where the information or advice is coming from, and if that's really in alignment with you, because only you can decide. Okay, this is what you need to know about this month. The Knight of Wands. I'm going to clarify this. I'm getting that things might feel a little bit more out of control than they actually are. I think that, again, this is a perception, especially because of the Chaos card that popped up. It's just kind of like things might feel more intense than they are if you take a step back and look at it from a different vantage point. The clarifier for this is the Eight of Cups. Yep, you have to change your perspective first to see the other side of that. So remember that it's not something that's concrete. There can be 50 different truths that are all true and all valid for all different people. And so it's really about trying to adopt something different. I'm getting, the situation is not what it seems. Like, this situation that you're dealing with, the relationship that you're dealing with, whatever the case may be, it's not, the Knight of Wands is just how you're feeling in the experience, and you need to find a new way to look at it to support yourself better. Because this is just for you. You're not doing it for anyone else. I have no personal investment in whether or not you choose to go about this things the same way, or you want to do something different. It's totally and exclusively for you. It's not for anyone else. So just remember that. The advice for you is the King of Swords. Okay, so again, again, think for yourself. Think outside the box. Come up with a creative solution that is going to kind of be the best of both worlds. It just looks like you want to be mindful of where your mental energy and where your time is being spent mentally. And so it's going to be a good month to manifest. That is also what I have coming from this card, especially because we have the Libra new moon happening in October. And so that is something that you can really use wisely, because this shows up as a manifestation because of, I don't know if you can tell, these are butterflies, and he just has gobs and gobs of butterflies that are coming up. So it's kind of like this is pointing to manifestation. I would suggest that this is going to be a good time to start focusing on what you want in 2019. I know we still have a few months left of the year, but this is kind of when you want to start crafting your vision. I think that this is a good time for Aries to start prepping. That's what this is showing up as. And then what you're experiencing, so this is more of the external influences, the external experience that is going on in October. We have the Six of Swords. This is about moving forward with something. So maybe it's plans, maybe it's moving away from something old. I'm going to clarify it just to get a little bit more context here. What's going on? Ten of Cups. So if you're looking at this situation as you have the opportunity to either move forward into a direction that you want, that is of your highest good, that is going to support you and bring you the fulfillment that you want, Remember that each decision is going to help either keep you where you're at or get you closer to where you want to go. And this is one of those things that the Six of Swords is showing. You're kind of getting a nudge to shift something or adjust the way you're doing things and moving away from the old way of being so that you can find that 10 of Cups for yourself. The 10 of Cups is not an experience that only some people are allowed to have. And I want to make that really clear. You know, people actually resent the 10 of Cups in a lot of ways. Like, I've been waiting. And it's kind of like, you have to decide to do this. Like, nobody can give that to you. You actually have to go out and create it for yourself. So if you simply don't believe in this, then you're kind of pigeonholing yourself. So keep it in mind, keep it in mind, keep it in mind. This is all advice-based. That's another thing. If you're new to my channel, this is an advice-based reading. So it's all like, you still have free will. You still have autonomy. Everyone's situation is different. So you just have to do what feels right, true, and good for you. What's healing for you this month is the Empress. So this definitely has to do with femininity. What I mean is divine femininity. Maybe it has something to do with your relationship with women or the women in your life. It could also have to do with your own internal femininity or the masculine-feminine balance. Either way, it looks like this is a primary focus for what's happening in terms of self-care, in terms of, again, perception is big for you this month. The mindset adjustments, the new ways of framing things and adjusting things to work for you is really something that's going to help shift either resentments or wounding around the feminine. Okay, so that is because Aries represents the masculine, right? The masculine, the pursuit, the hunter, the I'm going to go after it and get it. So this is all about healing the other side of that, which is Libra. That's why the Libra new moon is going to be big for you. Okay, what you have shifting out. The Wheel of Fortune, it looks like this chaos, the unpredictability piece, is what's moving out for you. So hallelujah, thank goodness. This is kind of like dying down, calming down. I think it's just about, this actually looks like a ripple effect. Like the Knight of Wands, it just looks more like this is the reverberation of something that happened before. And so that like chaos, uncertainty, messiness of a situation is what's leaving, and then the oncoming energy we have is the Four of Pentacles. Being really conservative with your energy is kind of what's needed. It looks like there might be a big break or a big surge of things happening. It just looks like it might be kind of busy, so you have to be a little bit more conservative with where you're putting your time, where you're putting your energy, and where you're putting your resources, okay? And the clarifier for this is the Hermit. Yep, you have to, or you don't have to, but it looks like being careful with what you say yes to is going to be a useful tool for you. So it's not, I want to be clear, this is not a good month to say yes to everything. This is actually going to be a time to focus on yourself, focus on your mindset, focus on doing a little bit of healing work, enjoying yourself, and actually settling into the shift in seasons is going to be, you know, as we have, I'm filming this in September, so it's like we have the equinox coming up. But it's like after that, things really start to change pace. And I think you might want to take a little bit of time to incubate with that and figure out what you want. And again, this is beautiful energy to work with for planning 2019, like getting started on that, because if you have a lot going on in the holidays, it can kind of time just kind of slips through your fingers. So don't forget, take advantage of October. This is going to be nice for you to work with. Okay, now we have the timeline, if you guys are new to my channel, first quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter. So that's going to be where you end up at the end of October. And the first thing you have coming up is dream travel. So this is the first quarter. I think this is kind of about like daydreaming, fantasizing about what things are going to be like, about what your ambitions are, about all of the things that you're bringing into reality. It's just a great time to, again, place your astral orders, as I like to put it. You know, start asking for the things or start creating the vision. I think that Aries is going to have probably one of the more potent manifestation times during October. So it's all about this, whatever this is, the chaos, the thing that fell apart, the thing that ruptured, is creating a blank slate for you to build off of. So take advantage, take advantage, take advantage. Second quarter, we have suppression of a star being by hands unworthy. Who is influencing you, or who is, like, where do you feel like there's some oppression in your life? Where do you feel constrained? Where do you feel confined? Who do you feel like you're really concerned about their opinion or what they think? Are you living for someone else's opinion? Aries is the I am. And so if someone is trying to repress you or contain you, Aries actually has a much harder time with that than other signs, because it goes against your very nature. And that is something that it looks like you're actually unpacking a lot of this and relieving a lot of this. So I'm getting that this is, it could have to do with the perception thing. It could have something to do with the chaotic situation. It could have something to do with just your overall mindset or being influenced by other people's, or like your family, for example. So there's like a learning experience that you're actually purging, and this has to do with the Six of Swords. You're being nudged to move. Like, move along. Like, you have to shift this. If you don't, you're gonna stay where you're at in present time. So just keep it in mind when you start to feel this come up. Okay, quarter three, we have hiding. This is the Hermit. This is when you start to become more conservative with your energy. And I'm getting this is the healing. It's like the unpacking of this wound. Right? You're starting to plan your big dreams, then maybe you find yourself experiencing some resistance, fear, concern about what other people have to say, what other people have to think. And it just looks like this actually isn't, this person, institution, or whatever it is that's causing the suppression isn't worthy. Like, you don't even need to give this as much energy as you're probably giving it. So it just looks like you do need to kind of take some time for yourself and pull your energy back for yourself so that you can kind of reclaim it, recalibrate, and get back to business. You know, that's what this month is going to be about. It's like refreshing everything, but you have to unpack this block first so that you can move on. It's kind of like you have to actually wade through the mud before you can actually fix it, repair it, get things moving again. So this is necessary. Don't forget the importance of this, because you want to go through this process so that you can shift it out and actually feel a lot lighter and a lot freer to do the things that you're meant to. And the outcome of October, we have Noble. Right, you're back, baby. By the end of October, it just looks like things are really coming back online for you. And it's like, like a total refreshed sense of self. It's like you totally get your mojo back. That's what this is showing for sure. So, you know, don't have any fears or concerns like, oh no, I'm gonna be in pain and fear. No. That's not what this is about at all. It just looks like you're, you know, shifting that wound out, or gaining a new perspective around the wound itself, And that is actually what is providing you a great deal of support. Okay. Like, honestly, I might even title this video, like, keep your chin up. Like, it's seriously, this is working for you. Clearly, this has to. Like, you're not going to just always be in pain. You know, that's not what this is at all. You're just doing the work. Okay, so as we all know, it's time for a 3-card pick. You're welcome to pick a card, ask a question if you want, set an intention, whatever it is that feels good to you. And card number 1, we have the High Priestess, so your intuition is probably going to be more amplified than usual this month. And it's one of those things that you do want to notice. Notice when you're getting a nudge or something that you want to take action on, or even something that you think is a good opportunity or that you feel good about. Notice your feelings, because that is what's giving you a lot of information. And then card number 2, we have the Hanged Man. So this is look at your habits, look at your patterns, look at the things that are happening consistently, look at the parts of your life that are not going maybe the way you want them to go, and figure out what you can do differently. This is just calling you to address your habits, patterns, and behaviors that are either helping you get to the 10 of Cups or shift you away. You kind of have to take inventory of what your micro decisions are. And then card number 3, we have the 7 of Swords. It's okay to, again, take a step back, reevaluate. It's okay to be in an incubation stage. That's completely appropriate for you right now. So it's okay to like wind down and just focus more on the stuff that's going on at home. You can focus more on the parts of yourself that are really needing time, love, and attention. And I think that it's just gonna resolve itself in some ways, but you kind of have to give yourself a little bit of a break. All right. So that's all for the reading and the updates that I have for you guys, some important stuff that I want to go over, and I'm so excited to share this with you. But I have a mailbox now, so you can send me things if you want me to review a deck for you, or if I like it enough, I'll use it in videos. But it's like, if you want to send me a deck, if you want to send me a postcard, if you want just to write me a letter, it's another way to connect with me. I might do some pen pal stuff unless it gets overwhelming. So that should be fun to play with. And I don't know, I just thought it would be fun. I don't know what's going to happen or if it's going to get used or what, but I thought that I would just make it an option for those of you who like that. And if you're interested in where the address is, it's in the description box, so you're welcome to check that out. And it's one of the first things that I put on there, so it's easy to find. And let's see, what else? Okay, I am going to be going on vacation from October 5th to the 17th. I'm going to be gone. My vacation responder on my email will be on. So I do a pretty in-depth vacation reply responder. So it's like it'll give you all the info and everything. So you can check that out. If you still want to reach out to me or for me to receive your email, you're still welcome to contact me. But if you want to work with me, I recommend getting that going either before the 5th, or you can send something to me and I'll be responding to things after the 17th once I get home. So that is going on. And then I also want to let you know that I am going to be adjusting my prices as of November 1st. So if you have been wanting to get a tarot spread, single questions and individual sessions are not going to be changing right now, but my tarot spreads will. So because I'm doing a price change in November, If you want to get a 2019 overview reading or any tarot spread for 2019 in entirety, I am going to take submissions for those, and I can start doing that if you want to take advantage of the current price. So I know that it might be a little bit early, like September, October, but if you want to take advantage, you can. And yes, then I won't be doing readings from the 5th to the 17th, and then I'll be back. And that is all. Otherwise, all of the links to work with me and my website are all in the description box below. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Aries. I love spending time with you guys on here. Don't forget to drop a comment, say hello, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.